Sell Your Car UK is back and delighted to offer for sale is what I normally say at this point, but those words just don't do justice to how I feel about this car, to be honest with you. I am overwhelmed to be able to offer for sale this absolutely insane, there's no other words for it, it doesn't make any sense, it's insane, Mercedes-Benz B170 CVT. And incidentally, avant-garde. Where do I start with this? Do I start with the mileage? 20,000, well 22. Do I start with the service history? Full service history up till February of 2016. Do I start with the number of owners? It's one owner. Do I start with the condition? It's immaculate, apart from like one tiny little dimple dent and the alloy wheels that could do with being refurbished. And the armrest that's not really working very well. But come on, it's a 2007. Where do I start? Right, let's go for a little walk around this car, show you exactly what you're looking at. I did mention the condition is immaculate. Let's get up close already. I normally get up close and personal after we've been for a walk around, but I'm just showing you here. There's not a dent or a scratch or a scrape or a mark on this car. It's absolutely fabulous. It's coming in just the most beautiful condition. I'm going to go for a walk around it so that you can see for yourself. There's no scratches or scrapes or anything like that. Now this is an 07 plate, first registered in July of 2007. As I said to you, it's an avant-garde spec. Oh, I didn't mention the full leather interior and the panoramic glass roof. There's no parking sensors, as you can see as we walk around it. It's bin day. Can't be helped, but there are in fact yeah, as I say, no parking sensors, but the bumpers are unmarked. They are absolutely, see my feet in that beautiful shiny black paint. It's a metallic paint, it looks fabulous, and as I said, unmarked. It's just gorgeous. All the chrome trim is in place around the door handles, on the bumpers, on the doors. I'll show you we will go up close and personal with this car in due course. I'm just very excited right now as I go around this car. So I'm just sort of jumping in and out of close-ups and walk-arounds. But I think you're getting the gist here. It's just stunning. This is not going to hang around for very long, let me tell you. Right, here we are at the front. Let's get up close and personal. Now I mentioned there's a small dimple dent in the bonnet. That is just there. You can just see that bouncing around. That can be quite easily repaired using a very, very clever paintless dent repairer by the name of Kev, who we use here. We haven't done it. If you want it done, have a chat with us about it. I'm sure we can get something done on the deal. That's really, really easy to sort out. Otherwise though, the bonnet's lovely. A couple of very, 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 very small stone chips. You can see me. Hello. Yes, I'm trying to show you these stone chips. I mean, I'm being very fussy, but I don't want to waste anyone's time. If you're coming down to see the car, I don't want you going, oh, you never mentioned the stone chips. So that's what I'm doing here. So we've got a couple just there. I think you'd expect that for a car that was about 9 years old, even if it has only done 22,000 miles. If I come down to the front bumper, you can just see a tiny little bit of a mark here on the trim. I mean, I really do mean tiny. And again, I'm showing you this all just to basically be absolutely 100% accurate with the condition of the car. But you can see that's it. Beautiful deep paint here. No other marks at all. And if I go around that grille, and the grille has beautiful chrome on it. None of the pitting you sometimes see on chrome. Of course, it's plastic that's just chrome painted, but anyway. And now on this side, again, very small mark. Just wait for the camera to attempt to pick that up. Struggling. I don't know why I'm even bothering showing you that. You'd never have known it was there if you came to see the car. In fact, if I stand back, what mark? It just vanishes. I'm going to go down the passenger side of the car first and foremost. And we're going to start off with an alloy wheel. This is the worst offender of all of them. It is curbed up. The car is based in London. This does happen frequently. It's curbed on the spokes. And it's curbed on the rim. Now this can be very easily refurbished. You're looking at a cost of about £55 plus VAT for a proper refurbished job on that. You could even have them painted a different color. You could even have them diamond cut finish, should you so wish. Good brakes, lots of life left in the discs and lots of life in the pads as well. Very hard to show you in this video, but any inspection is welcome. So if you want to get an A inspection done on this car, then feel free to do so. There's a fair amount of life left in the tyres. They will probably be needing to be changed I'd say by the next service, which is due in February of 2017. So you might need to get yourself a set of tyres. Currently on here are 3 Bridgestones and 1 Michelin. I'll show you all of the tyre conditions as best I can in this video, but as I said before, any inspection is welcome. If you've got a mechanic friend, or if you and a mate are quite into your cars and you want to do a bit of tinkering, having a look at this one, I'm welcome to anything. AA inspections, RAC inspections, you name it. Very tiny little scratch just there. Nothing on this door, it's just fabulous. Not even around the door handle here, you sometimes see scratches in there, but this car is just beautiful. Now there is a very small dink, there it is, in the trim. Somebody opened their car door into this quite possibly, and has just put a little bit of a dink, as I say, in the silver trim there, which you do notice if you're looking for it, but if you're not, then you don't, and it's not really showing up on the camera from a distance, although I can see it with the naked eye. Other than that though, another absolutely flawless panel on a car. Truly, just flawless. This car is amazing, it really is. Whoever gets this car, you can show this off to your heart's content, to all and sundry. They will be very, very impressed with your purchase. Now, carrying on with the wheels. So again, another one that's got a little bit of a scuff just here. As I said, that first one was definitely the worst one. This one's got some marks on the spokes in a few places, not nearly as severely bashed up as the other one, but rather weirdly will cost exactly the same to get put right. That's just life. Just showing you now the rim of it, and also just for your own peace of mind, a couple of little gouges in the tyre. This has just had an MOT, passed with no advisories, absolutely none whatsoever. So although I'm telling you these things, these are not MOT failures or even advisories. For example, the life left in the tyres, it's not close to the legal limit, but obviously if you're going to do 10,000 miles, then on 1, 2, maybe 3 of them, they might need replacing at the next service. Now that service, as I said, February, or 7,000 miles. It was last serviced at 20,000 miles. At the back here, I just want to show you the bumper. Little tiny scratch just in there. God, I'm being fussy. Camera's not even picking up. There you go. You can just about make out there is a little scratch just there on the inner lip here. That's what I'm showing you. That's not polish. Now on the back though, other than that, that's it. Chrome trims in lovely condition. No scuffs, scrapes or anything like that on the bumpers. If you want to get parking sensors fitted, we can handle that for you here at SellYourCarUK. It costs about £280 plus VAT. Around the side here, those are for good ones, by the way. Obviously there are cheaper alternatives, and if you want to arrange that yourself, you can do. No such scratch or mark here on this side of the bumper, so I'm just showing you everything as best I can. The tailgate, no dings or dents going along here. Hello, you can see me perfectly there. That just gives a great example of how good this paintwork is. It's just, hello again. It's just fabulous, it really is. It's a beautiful deep shine, great reflection, no distortion, so you can see for yourself this car really is coming in fabulous condition. And again, loads of chrome. Right, let's go down the driver's side. We're going to start with the wheel. Obviously they do most of their parking on the passenger side because this wheel is in very good condition. You probably wouldn't bother refurbing this one if you are going to refurb the wheels, although you can if you want to. The only real bit of curbing is over this side here. Good discs and pads on the rear. I didn't mention it on the other side, but there's lots of life left in the discs and pads. Do me a favour, the car's done 22,000 miles its whole life. Now, this one is the Michelin tyre. There's a lot of life left in this one. This certainly would last you well beyond a next service. It looks like it was replaced probably from a puncture relatively recently, because you've still got the little hairs just here sticking out on the sidewall. Really good condition tyre, this one, so nothing to worry about there. Carrying on down the side of the car. This is a long video for not a lot to show you other than how good it is. Normally I'd be showing dings or dents or scratches, even in little ones, but this car, it just defies logic. It's stunning. You're going to be buying a 2007 07 plate car that literally it's just factory new. It's just as fresh as they come. It looks fabulous. No dings or dents. Again, no scratches in here or around it. Likewise here. Just stunning. Honestly, if you can find a better example for a better price, I will personally give you this car. It's just, it's insane. It's insane. Just showing you here, there's no dings or dents or scratches. Coming over the front wing now here. Hello again. Just showing you everything on this car. I don't want to waste anyone's time, and I'm sure I'm not. By now you're probably already on the train or in the car on your way down to see it. Viewings are by appointment, so please do get in touch with us before you head down to see the car. A little bit of a curbing mark here, but as I said before, most of the damage is on the passenger side, and indeed we've already seen the worst offender, which was the first one we looked at. I'm just showing you, if you wanted to get these touched up or indeed refurbed fully, then we can handle it, or if you've got someone you want to do that, that's absolutely fine. Again, not easy to show you the pads here, but they are good. It's serviced in February, 2,000 miles ago. It didn't need pads then, doesn't need pads now. We've got another Bridgestone here on the front. I'm guessing, and it is a guess, that these are the original tyres on the car. Again, not close to the legal limit according to the MOT advisory, but I don't think it will make the next service. Or as in, I don't think when you do service it next, that they won't tell you to change those tyres. So bear that in mind. But generally speaking, they're in good condition. These are expensive tyres as well, Bridgestone Potenzas. You certainly don't need to go for that again. Obviously, tyres do make a difference to road noise and holding and things like that. But that's entirely your choice. And that brings us neatly back to where we started here at the front of the car. So let's have a look inside. It's about to get better. Is that even possible? It's about to get better. Before it gets better, let's just chuck in something that's going to make it a little bit worse. This is the key, and I say the key because it is the key. There are not keys. There obviously were keys, but one of them got lost, unfortunately. Even though it's a one owner from new car, we must lambast them for that. No, we won't, not with the condition this car's coming in. Let's open the car up though. Now, first thing just to point out, obviously based in London, the wing mirrors are in great condition, but they are not electrically folding, but they are electrically operated. And just below that, you've got your electric windows, front and rear. Now, these are one touch up and down function throughout, and a little button down there allows you to stop the people in the back from, or even the passenger side, opening their windows. Power. Then you've also got here your central locking buttons, and that's pretty much your door. Nice bit of trim going along here. It's in good condition. All the speakers and everything works and everything. And then moving into the car, I don't even know where to start with this. So you've got full leather interior, electrically adjustable seats, and that's fully electrically adjustable. So that's front and forward and backwards, up and down, recline and the opposite of recline, straighten up, I guess. You've also got floor mats in lovely condition because there were actually mat protectors with this car originally. So these are in fabulous condition. We've chucked them away because they're not in fabulous condition. But the mats remain. You can always get yourself some new covers. It sort of defeats the purpose of having a nice, beautiful beige carpet if you're going to put a mat protector over it. Anyway, that's a conversation for another day. You've got auto lights, multifunction steering wheel with phone buttons. There's a bit of a trick there from Mercedes. It's not got Bluetooth phone. Back in 2007, you'd have to have actually physically plugged the phone in. This does not have telephone prep, but you have got the buttons. Over here, you've got your trip computer buttons. You've got cruise control. I'm going to jump in now. I'm going to put my feet on these beautiful beige carpets. I'm going to take the key, put it in the ignition, turn it on, and just show you here that it starts first time. No warning lights, all those will go off except for the one that's saying to put your seatbelt on, which is that one, and to take the handbrake off, which is that one. I'm going to do neither because we're not going to go for a drive in this car. Any test drive is welcome, but we don't drive them in the videos. There's just no point. I'm just going to flick through using these little buttons just here. I'm just going to flick through here. So first of all, you can see that is the genuine mileage. So I've been saying 22,000. It's going to be a little bit under that by the time you come and collect the car. The car is surplus to requirements. It's not being driven. It's hardly been driven anyway, but that is the mileage that is currently on the car. Flicking those buttons, we can scroll through and show you this. So the next service, which is a B service, isn't due for another 7.5 100,000+ miles. Or if you want to go by the annual service, it was last done in February. I'll show you that in due course. This also very neatly shows you other things. So for example, the radio station you're listening to, it's a Mercedes. Of course we're listening to Radio 4. And likewise as well, you can change that using the stereo controls like so. So there we are, listen to BBC London. Of course, it's a Mercedes. And you can also flick through this as well, just to show you here. So you can actually adjust the settings yourself, should you so wish. And then here we've got a nice trip computer, which you can see here. Distance to empty is 50 miles. That is on a tank of about 1/4 of a tank. Petrol, as mentioned. Just below that, you've got the controls here for the automatic gearbox, telling us it's park mode at the moment. And that little S is lit up. Now that S is related to the gearbox down here, which is a very nice gearbox with a lovely Mercedes badge on it, gear lever, pardon me, and it's in lovely condition with a bit of chrome going on there as well. And then you've got your park, reverse, neutral and drive. Well, it's a bit hard to see with the reflection, but you can see the D here has a plus and a minus, so that means you can manually adjust the gears yourself, change through. It is a 6, or is it a 7-speed gearbox, this one? 6 or 7 speed. You'll find out when we go for a test drive. And below that, I think it's a 7-speed. But anyway, below that, you've got the CS. Now, the C stands for comfort, the S stands for sport. If I push that button there, then you'll see here that that changes now to C for comfort. If I press the button while I'm showing you, then that now changes to S for sport. Effectively, S for sport means that you'll stay in gear for longer. So you'll get more revs out of the engine. And it's also a little bit more responsive when you press the pedal. C for comfort is a more economical way to drive the car. It's going to use less fuel because you're not revving so much, and I'm boring you. Right, so that's the gearbox. It works absolutely perfectly, and you do not have anything to worry about with regards to that. Now, moving up the console, we can see here you've got heated seats in the front. It just gets better and better. Above that, you've got air conditioning, and above that, you've got your stereo. And hello again. And the stereo, as I said, showing BBC London because we chose that station using the controls here on the steering wheel. And you've also got controls over here which allow you to turn the sound up. So just to show you, the sound is lovely.
With the minimum wage and the earnings of...
Maybe put some music on. Okay, I'll turn that off now because obviously otherwise I've got to pay them for it here on YouTube. Right, what else to show you? So you've got lumbar support as well in the seats here, which is just really nice, just showing you that there, which just allows the seats to be a bit more huggy. Now, I did say before that there's an armrest and it's broken. This is said armrest. It would normally slide forward a bit and just reveal like a little money holding slot just here, but it's kind of stuck in that position there. If that's putting you off buying this car, then I'm glad I showed you because I would not want to waste your time. Yeah, exactly. I mean, just showing you because I want you to know exactly what you're coming down to see. Cup holder, perfect space for an iPhone. Do you think they knew that? Soothsayers that work at Mercedes. This is your 12-volt plug. There's no ashtray in here. It didn't come with the smoker's pack. What else can I show you in this car? There's not much else apart from the condition. It's fabulous. Seats are beautiful. Yeah, I'm going to jump out so that I can show you something, which is, wait for it, drum roll please, that fully panoramic glass roof. Now, it's not a glass opening roof, it's not a sunroof, it is purely there just to flood the cabin with light, and you've got these blinds that pull over into place, so if you don't want the light actually beaming in, I hope I showed you that okay. There we are. So yeah, that is a fabulous thing to have. I'm going to turn the engine off and I'm going to show you in the back now, because the back is in equally fabulous condition. Just to show you here, you've got ISOFIX points so you can plug your babies in, but if your children are a bit too big to be, and in fact just to show you here, this is a little bit of indentation where a child seat has been for some time. Those will come out. Good hoovering will actually pull that leather back to place, and then over time those marks will go completely. But if your children are bigger than ISOFIX seat requirement but do still need a booster, there is a little button just down here which if I push, that happens. It comes with its own booster seat. How clever is that? It's so clever. Also in the middle here, you've got an armrest to separate your children, to stop them from fighting, and a cup holder here so you can give them sugary drinks so they want to fight. Put all that there. You've got headrests. You've got a 3x3 point seat belt. I'll push this back down. Very simply done. There we are. You've got 3x3 point seat belt, so you can have 3 fully grown humans in the back of this, should you so wish, as opposed to the miniature versions. You've got floor mats. Again, you can kind of see the marks on this one. These are just marks in the carpet from where those floor protectors were. Very sensible thing to put in, as you can see here, because even though it's 20,000 miles only on the clock, after 9 years, these carpets really do look like new. It's fabulous, the condition of this car, inside and outside. And now I'm going to go round to the boot, because in true Sell Your Car UK style, in the boot we have all of the docks. Now we've got the tonneau cover, which works. I'll just get that out of the way, and can even fold that up a little bit as well. You've got a ski hatch here, so you can put things through all the way through the car if you've got long things you want to transport. Tether points if you've got car seats that aren't ISOFIX but have a tether. And then also there are 60/40 split folding seats, so you can fold down just that seat over there, or the middle and the right hand side over here. Coming in with the car as well, you have got first aid kit, warning triangle, and all of the tools, including a locking wheel nut. I'm being very, very meticulous here, showing you everything. In here is just a little bit of safe storage, and also the docks. Now, first of all, you've got this lovely little handy wallet to hold all of your book packs, which include the owner's manual, a little brief owner's manual, there is the brief manual, and the audio manual, which shows you how to use the stereo. Also, we've got MOT certificates. The last MOT, as I say, was done in September of this year at 21,930 miles. It's done about 5 miles since. We've also got all of the service history in the form of stamps, and we've got a few bills to go with it as well. I'm not going to go through all of that. The most recent bill we do not have, but we do have the stamp in the book. And if you do phone up these guys here and discuss the car with them, Omar is the gentleman who's been servicing this car and knows it very well, and he's more than happy to talk about the car with you. In that last service, it also had a brake fluid change. It had the brake linings done for the front axle as well in this service, as well as the dust filter and the air filter. 20,236 miles. The previous service to that was done, oh, hang on, let's just go back. I think I've gone back one too far. Here we go. The previous service to that was done in 2014, September, at 15,264 miles. And in that service, it was just oil change on this one with the brake linings for the rear axle. And then again, I say just, why did I say just? It's also had the combination filter, air filter, dust filter, and spark plugs. They were changed at that point as well. And Petronas oil used. Yes, it is a Mercedes after all. Previous servicing to that we've got here as well, showing 2012 at 9,093 miles. And now, in the effort of showing absolutely everything, the previous service to that, they've entered the wrong mileage. Now, the MOT was done at the same time, and the MOT mileage is also showing 11,156. That is the wrong mileage. Speak to Omar, he will explain. Human error, unfortunately, has led to this, but the mileage is genuine. We have checked that out. On the MOT history, if you go back far enough, you will see that this mileage is inputted there as well. The previous mileage to that, though, in October 2008 was 3,174 miles. That was the first service, all done by Car Care of Kensington, who, as it says there, are a Mercedes-Benz specialist. They've changed their stamp going from 2012, probably because Mercedes told them they had to. There's a story there, I'm sure. But the service goes to 3,000 to 9,000, and then 2 years later to 15,000. I want to show you with the MOT history. You can see here it's done about 2,000 miles, 3,000 miles a year. All of that seems absolutely perfect. It's when you go back a bit further that you can see there is that discrepancy there, and it's the 11,156 at the bottom there that's really the cause of it. We've got all previous MOTs, not all, sorry, we've got nearly all of the previous MOTs. The first one we've got is from 2010, and you can see the mileage there done at 4,279. So the mileage really was entered wrong here. In fact, there we are. I think that's the issue. Whoever entered it did it in kilometers. So the mileage is genuine. It's just an unfortunate bit of human error here, but we've got all of the bills to back it up in terms of the MOT certificates, got some bills as well in terms of the service history. We've got the stamped book with the phone number, and as I said, speak to Omar. Now, the most important thing I want to show you is we've got the V5. Now, if you're still watching at this moment in time, what a long video this has turned out to be. There's the document reference number, and there is the reg. Feel free to do any HPI check you need to do. It will come back clear. There's no finance outstanding, etc, etc, etc. And it's a one owner from new car. If there were previous owners, it would say that there. Right, last but by no means least, this. How clever is that? Right, you've just created more boot space by that much. And that's really, really unique and cool, because it means now that things don't slide in straight from the boot, as it were. It now drops in, which is going to stop things from rolling out when you open up the boot if you've got something like that in there. Under here you have got the spare wheel. Now there, I believe, was a shelf that goes across there, but that is no longer available because that has gone missing. And then if you just do that, it leaves it up like that. For whatever reason, I don't know. I'll just drop that down. And as I said, it does stand back up, and it's quite easy to do. Oh, there we go, one-handed. So now you can see here that perfectly flat floor. If you fold the seats down, they can be folded completely flat as well, because the, hang on, I'll show you. It's really easy, so I might as well. So these bits fold like so. You take the headrest out, and then you fold that bit flat, and it's a completely flat floor. And very clean, did you notice? Right, that's it. That's everything. Nothing more to show you about this car, except just to tell you that there is the ability to finance it should you need to. You can do part exchange. Do speak to us about that if you've got a car you want to trade in. But there is only one place to get this fabulous, one owner from new, 22,000 mile Mercedes B170 CVT automatic avant-garde with full leather interior in immaculate condition, and that is exclusively using the services here at SellYourCarUK. What a car. Thanks for watching. Wow, just insane.